Hello, welcome to my Facebook Live for nail application tutorial for the Halloween set called Boo Crew, and Boo Crew is the one that glows in the dark. So, before we start, we're going to start from beginning to end. So it is recommended to do the sets before bed, and that way it has time to cure, before you go off and do anything. Don't do the dishes or shower right after applying your nails. So I've already removed all of my nail polish from previously, and so what I use are these nail clips. And so basically what it is you take a Q-tip with nail polish remover on it, and then you put the Q-tips, cotton balls with nail polish remover on it. You put the cotton ball on top, and then you put the nail clip, and then you let it sit in nail polish remover. Depending on the set, like my Hate Pumpkin, I only had to do for about 10 minutes. If you have multiple layers or have glitter, it's usually about 15 minutes. And I also use the Mineral Fusion nail polish remover. So it gently cleans and polishes, and it's non-drying and acetone free. So if you're interested in that, it's available on Amazon for about $9. Also, I have nail clips on hand, which you get 5, so 1 for each hand, and they're $3 each. So if you're in need of those, let me know. And then the next thing I did was I pushed back on my cuticles, and it's up to you. You can use a wood cuticle stick, or you can use a rubber cuticle stick. And then I filed my nails as well, and you can use any kind of file. You can use the file that comes with your set, or you can use a glass file, whichever you prefer. And then once you've done all that, once you push back your cuticles, filed your nails, did all that, you can use a nail buffer if you would like, just filing, buffing. I don't really recommend the polish or the shine. I did that before, and I think it kind of made my set not really last much longer. So if you are going to use a buffer, I just recommend the file and the buff. And then once you've done all that, then you wash your hands and you're ready to begin. So for the best results when it comes to these sets, they recommend using them at room temperature, and make sure your hands are warm. It just helps it set better. And then, so once you have your package, you're going to go ahead and open it. Okay, so so it comes with the nail file, the nail prep pad, and the strips. And now I gotta grab, I forgot my scissors. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna take the short end, any short end, whichever one you want, and go ahead and cut it open. And you're gonna want to cut as close to the top as possible to leave as much room. And if you can, try to leave one set of the strips inside, because we're only gonna need one, unless you want to do, like all skeletons or all anything like that. Otherwise, we're just going to leave this one in its package, and we're going to put it to the side. Okay, so each set comes with 16 strips. Okay, so no matter what set you get, you're going to get 16 strips. They come 95% dry when you open them to make application a little bit easier. You'll want to keep track of your packaging. So when you're done, you're going to put your stuff back in here. Because if you want to order again, or if you have any issues with your strips, you have your lot number and also what the set is called. And now we're going to take the nail prep pad and okay, so you're gonna go through and wipe off each nail very thoroughly so it's nice and clean and sticks really well, and get all that extra gunk off. So even though we washed our hands, this is still an extremely important step. Okay, and then when you get your sets ready, when they're all ready to go, you're going to use the sets. There's so many sizes, so you can kind of measure to see what works best for you. So I have teeny tiny hands, so usually this one works best on my pinky, but it kind of depends. And you know, you can mix it up, mix and match, but I'm very OCD. I like mine the same. So I think this one is going to be just enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip off the strip that I want, leave the rest on the side. And then there's a clear, this purple tab here, there's a clear coat that you're going to go ahead and take off and put to the side. And then there's a silver strap here that you're going to peel off, and you're going to want to be careful not to touch the sticky part too much because it's going to get your oils on it and could potentially affect the stickiness. So some people, so I do it like this, where you have, you know, the sticky like this and you just apply like that. Some people take their strip and fold it in half, so it's kind of like a handle. So whatever works best for you. There's two options. Okay, so when you are ready, you're going to take the silver tab, pull it off, and discard it to the side. Okay, and then you're going to get close. Okay, and then, so if it's too not quite gonna make it, you can pull on it a little bit, and this is where your warm fingers come in, because the heat will help pull it to the side. Okay, so I have that, and to take off the excess, I like to use my nail. If you don't have nails, you can use a cuticle stick, or you can actually take the nail file that you got and file it down. So there are some options for you. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right underneath here and just gently use my nail to pull it down. So now I have this leftover piece. I'm going to put it to the side for now. Okay, and so now this is where I use the heat from my finger to go ahead and like push down and make sure that it's nice and secure. Okay, and so I do have a little bit of excess left over, so I'm just going to use my nail to get underneath there and just pull it out. And then, okay, and so you'll want to try to leave a little bit of excess underneath, because when it cures overnight, it's going to shrink down a little bit, you know, when it dries and stuff. So having a little bit left over on the sides is great, and then, you know, tomorrow you can use a glass file to file it off. So And so you can, I don't know if you can see, I have a little bit on my cuticle here, but I'm going to leave it. And then tomorrow, whatever doesn't cure to my nail is just going to come off easier. That's what I found is a little bit easier, and it comes out a little bit nicer. So I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to move on to the next. So I start with my pinkies, and then I go each finger ending with my thumbs, because I use my thumbs to, you know, work with the nail. So I'm going to take this one, carefully touch it as the least amount as possible. I'm going to flip it around, and this one is like a little bit too skinny, so I'm going to move it up and use the bigger part of it and just apply like this. Okay, and again, if it's not quite long or fat enough, wide enough, it's not quite wide enough, you can give it a gentle pull to the sides. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to take my nail and I'm going to gently take off the excess, and we're going to discard that. Okay, and as I said, anything left over, fold underneath. Okay, so, and then if I'm having a hard time folding underneath, sometimes I take the cuticle stick and just use the round part to kind of adhere it to the bottom of my nail. Okay, so as I said, you know, it wasn't quite wide enough, so I did all of this back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my nail and take off some of the excess, pretty much right to my cuticle. And I'm going to leave some of it on my cuticle. Like I said, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to leave all of that there. And I have my pinkies. So you can see this little guy, a little wiggly, because I pulled on it to try to make it as, you know, make it wide enough for my whole pinky. And so, but that's okay. It's a little bit of character. Just bothers my OCD. It's great. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the ring fingers. I was like, what is that one called? Okay, and so I'm going to use these dudes, these cool little guys. Okay, so I'm going to take off the clear cover again. I'm going to peel off the silver part, and voila. So this is the part where, so this is how some people do it. They hold it like this, okay, and then they peel off that part and then they put it on. I'm actually going to give it a try. I haven't actually tried it this way. So once you have, oh my gosh, it stuck to me. So basically I folded it over so it's like a handle, not touching the sticky part. Okay. And then I'm going to apply it. And then gently push down. Okay, so if you want to use your warm fingers to push down, it's good. If you having issues with it, just gently use a cuticle, rubber cuticle pusher to, kind of get it right to your nail buds. Just be careful. If you push too hard, you're gonna tear the strip. So just be careful with that. And then, so I'm gonna go gently like so. And then I'm going to use my nail again to gently remove it. There we go. Okay, so I have this left over. I'm going to pull this tab up and just save that for in a minute. Okay, so again, anything left over you want to fold under your nail while it's curing tonight, and just try to, you know, push those up, pushing. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit too much here, just a smidge. Okay, so I'm going to tear that off. Okay, so there's a little bit left on there, which I will get tomorrow after it's cured. Look at those cute little guys. Oh my god, they're so adorable. I'm so excited. And they glow in the dark. It's gonna be a great bedtime. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take the second finger. Okay. And I'm going to pull up. And I don't know. I like doing it this way, so that I can just hold it easier. Okay, so I'm going to take my finger and place it there. Okay, I'm going to take the backing off. And so I push from the back to the front. Okay, and then this side's a little bit less, so I'm going to try to gently pull on it without ripping it to try to get it to the edge of my nail. Okay, so I did rip it a teeny bit. Just use your finger, the warmth of your finger, push it back down. Good to go. No problem. He's saved. We saved him. Okay, and then you're gonna take the rest of this and just gently remove it, trying to leave some excess. Okay, discard that. And then like before, okay, we're gonna fold under and so that can cure. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, so I have the pinky and the ring fingers. I'm not gonna do my whole hands because we would be here forever. So once you're done, once you're completely done, obviously I'm not done, you're going to put all the remaining strips back into the seal here, and you're gonna want to try to get them as close to the bottom as possible, so that, because then what's gonna happen is once you have all of these back inside, you are going to take a hair straightener or an iron, and you're going to gently press here with the iron or the hair straightener, okay, and you're going to hold it for 1 or 2 seconds. It happens really fast, and then it reseals. If you hold it there too long, the whole thing starts to crumple, and then it just kind of gets ruined. So that is how you reseal them. The Color Street Company doesn't actually recommend resealing, but I've used ones that I've resealed and they work really well. And so plus, you know, if you pay $13 for these strips, you get 2 manicures out of it, which is really great, or a manicure and a pedicure. So super awesome. So that is my tutorial. I'm going to finish these and post my after picture later. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing your shades. Thanks. Have a good night. Bye.